Good afternoon. It is June 5th, 2019. It is approximately 5:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm discussing today briefly on BizQuest. I mentioned it in my last video at the end, and I'm going to walk you through. It's very simple. You can make your own account on here. I'll wait a few minutes to see if anyone will come on. If not, I will continue. Okay. So here on the home page, I'm signed in already. And of course, we're in the business of wholesaling real estate or investing in real estate. Here you can search by the industry or your location. Same thing here. It's already preset to Florida for me. And also you can look into franchises if you're interested in opening up your own franchises. And we'll just briefly look at that. So once you have enough money or have enough working capital, you may want to invest in your own franchise. So here I have it preset to Florida. And all you do is type in here, Florida. You can see all the places I previously was searching. It's going to do the whole state of Florida. Then you look for the industries. Down here you have transportations. Here's my searches: transportation, hotels, motels, and manufacturing. You also have automotive, building, construction. There's a drop-down menu. Business services, chemicals, clothing and fashions, communication and media, educational, entertainment and leisure, financial, food and beverage, general merchandise, hair and beauty, health and medical, home and garden, home and office furniture, internet related, machinery, manufacturing, moving, storage and delivery, non-classifiable, office, personal, professional services, real estate and retail stores, technology, transportation, wholesale, and distribution. Now, this goes back to your buyers. If you have anybody in particular on your cash buyers list that are looking for any of these industries, you just go here. So let's say if we're dealing with someone that's looking for professional services, or we just can go to basic real estate to the drop down menu. It says real estate for lease and real estate for sale. Let's click on there and search. Again, we're in the state of Florida. Now I'm going to explain to you everything that you see right here. You have businesses, franchises, asset sales, startup businesses, and real estate. This basically tells you a little bit about BizQuest. Okay. This is the broker. You should know how to build a relationship with the broker by now. So here you have it. 2.5 acres in Cape Coral. Renovated warehouse office space. Stetson Mansion. So you pretty much have all the listings in Florida right here in real estate. We're going to go into one of the listings. Here's a penthouse, an oceanfront penthouse villa, Parago. And this is in Miramar. Miramar, Florida is not too far from me. Well, it's about a 35-40 minute commute. Miramar is not as popular as Miami, but it's just a further drive for me as well. Okay, so we're going to click on here, a few details. Okay. So again, you can save this business, which I am. You can print it. This is a hot listing. It shows view similar listings. So if you want to view similar listings, then you will click on there. It'll show you everything. It shows you here again where it's located, the county, and it has criteria preset for here. If you're looking for business between 1 million and 5 million, here's the asking price, 2.5 million. You don't always round up or round down. So might as well say, I won't say 3 million in this case, I'll just say 2.5 or 2.6 million. Your gross revenue is not disclosed, the cash flow not disclosed. Ironically, if you are going to, if this penthouse is already being rented out, this information should be here if they're renting it, or if it's just being for sold and it's vacant, you would not have all of this. You should already know what all of these abbreviations stand for. I've disclosed this on many other informational videos when we're on Crexy.com. Here you can contact the seller, and you also here can scroll down. Business listed by Christian Baldwin, the McLean Group. Show his phone number there. And you can also click on all his listings, and here you get a short biography of what's going on with this property. Again, you scroll down, about the business, real estate owned, building square feet, 4,700. Scroll down. And this is a very important part for your buyers, where you actually have you can actually download the floor plan to see what it looks like. So say if they want to, remodel it, whatever it is, they can click in here and say, okay, well, I can do an addition, or I can do this. You can find that here. Most of the commercial properties or commercial real estate properties on here do have the floor plans attached. And on the good thing about a good feature on BizQuest is that while you're in that state, right here on this side, you can go to everything that they have for sale here. So let's go to Florida Businesses for Sale to show you how it works. And again, you can see everything here. A barbecue restaurant includes a food truck. Now that's really a good price here. It's a casual restaurant for a price of a food truck, only $49,000. Now Venus, Florida, let me see how far that is away from me. Now certain properties or commercial properties that I see that's for sale, I will make that extra effort to talk to one of my buyers. I immediately go to the area and see what's the distance. The most distance I will drive to see a property is 1 hour if it's worth it. So right now I'm going here. If it's more than an hour, then I will leave it alone and I will outsource it, of course, with a commission and or a marketing fee, same thing as a joint venture. When I go to Google Maps, it is showing me that it's 3 hours away from me. So I would not make that drive unless I'm already in the area. Okay. So this is a really good price. Let's go on here and view the details. Like I said, it's packed with businesses. And again, I'm in the state of Florida. All your ads that pop up on the right-hand side will always be for your state. Okay. So just look out here. I'm going to actually save this later. And look, their lease expires October 31st, 2019. That is very important for buyers. The NNN, you all should know what that is. as well. Again, that's NNN. That's Nancy, Nancy, Nancy. NNN is the abbreviation. Go back in the videos on Crexy.com videos, and I need you to view that, okay, to understand what that is. So their lease expires the October 31st, 2019, which is approximately 4 months away. And then look, the reason for selling, they had a partnership disagreement. Okay, so you already know there's a disagreement, so they're dissolving the company because of that. And again, there's so much information that you can obtain on BizQuest. Even here, show you, you can actually look at the U.S. Census data for Sarasota County. This is the county that this business is in. It shows you. So this is for marketing purposes. If you have your own business, it's about location, location, location. So this is important for the buyer as well. It's almost an offer. It's almost like an informal offering memorandum on the statistics in the area, what's surrounding. You should know how to build your own offering memorandum. That's something that I'll try to show you all on memorandums that I've made before. That's a part of my consulting company when I help people with their businesses, when it comes to investing, or they're doing their franchises, or they're offering a part of their building for rent or for sale in their lease options. I do that. And here's the gender, and here's the ethnicity. And this area right here says 92% white. This is in Sarasota. And that's very important when you notice that when it comes to gentrification. A lot of these areas are under gentrification. And it's not just in Florida, it's all over the United States. Okay. You scroll down, here's the income. Here's the education. And here, down here, you have similar. Wow, this is great. Stay with me, ladies. Both of these. So I'm gonna click on this one. I'm gonna save this. Why? Because of the price. The price. Okay, we're gonna scroll back down. You can always go back, so you'll get back to what you saw. This is in Fort Lauderdale. Let's save this as well. And it says major slash $100,000. This is for a bar in West Fort Lauderdale. If you're not from Florida, well, Tanny, Laura, you know for a fact that Miami is a hot city for vacation. It is the summertime. A lot of college students that are on summer break, they'll be down here. In Miami area, Fort Lauderdale, we have our beaches in Fort Lauderdale. We have a lot of nightclubs. We have something called Las Olas as well. And this is a bar. So 100,000 is the asking price. I save this, I'll contact them, and the rent is $4,600 a month. There's 48 seats inside. The beer, they have the beer and wine license, which is a biggie. You need to know that a beer and wine license is mandatory to run any type of operation out of any state, out of any place you want to serve liquor. You have to have a beer and wine license, and it's extremely hard to obtain them. From my experience of researching for my vegan / vegetarian restaurant, for me, my menu of alcohol will just basically include mimosas and things like that for specialty brunches, for fundraisers and things that'll be a part of my weekly events at my restaurant. So you save it. So let's see. I'm going to come back over to Facebook to see if anyone's online, and we'll look in your area. And again, I'm going to show you right here. You can find a broker as well here. And of course, all the brokers will come up by state. So you can find brokers that you can network with. Okay. And here you also have brokers by country. So that's awesome. You may have brokers that are out of the country that have clients in America, and you may have clients in America that's looking for something out of country, like Costa Rica, Puerto Rico. Well, Puerto Rico is not really, Puerto Rico is a part of the United States of America. If you're a U.S. citizen, you should know that that Puerto Rico is U.S. territory. That's why it was so much controversy, pardon me, when Hurricane Irma struck and these other hurricanes that devastated Puerto Rico. U.S. The United States of America are responsible for recovery efforts and anything that goes on in Puerto Rico. So if you don't have a passport, you can go to Puerto Rico. And correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as I know, you do not need a passport to go to Puerto Rico. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let's see who's on here. I'm going back over to Facebook right now, and we can look in your state. Hi, Tanny. Yeah, it is a hot spot. So let's go to, because you're on here, let's just go to Miami, Florida. Let's go to Miami-Dade. See, I keep scrolling up. Right here. We're gonna look there. Is it spinning yet? Why is it down here? Oh, city optional. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. All right. I'm just gonna do this and see what comes up. Okay, directly in Homestead. Well, we see right here we have two brokers right here, business brokers here. Let's go back and let's just do the county. Let's be specific to the county. We'll go to Miami-Dade. I'm going to take this out of here. I'm using my hands for the touch screen right now, so you won't see the cursor or the, okay. So it says business brokers in Miami-Dade County, Florida. Maybe my search is on broker. Pardon me. Let me see what I did wrong. Oh, because I'm on the business broker directory. I apologize for that. Okay, so let's go here to Florida. We'll do all industries this time. We're going to do search. Oops, pardon me. And we'll go up here and put Miami. Okay. And here you have it right here. You have the actual listings. There's 79 listings under Todd Smith. Now, when you see a broker with a lot of listings, you want to make sure that you make connections with them, because that means they're listing often and they have a lot of clients. Pardon me, you're going to hear this sound in the background. To turn it off. I apologize. My children were sleeping earlier and had the fan on. Use that. Okay, so and a lot of you, I put, do you want to hear cold calling on certain things? And someone put commercial. I'll do some more. I'll try this tomorrow, Thursday. I'll try, but my schedule has been extremely busy, and I'm trying to make sure I'm getting you all the most informational things I can, as well as making sure that you're getting most profitable closings. Okay, so here he has 79 listings right here, and here you can see how many. It's 1,500 plus results. I'm gonna sort. Let's see. U.S. regions. Let's just do, instead of doing the U.S. regions, let's just do states. Florida. And again, I hope I'm not moving too fast. And up here, in Miami-Dade County. Okay. And here we go. Wow, this is really, they only want 95,000. Okay, again. And also you can save from right here. I want you all to be able to go into the listing first before you save it. But for me, when I look at the price, that's an immediate, okay, well, 95,000. This is Miami. We don't know what part of Miami, but Miami is a hot market. We're looking at you can see a snapshot of the cash flow, and most of them are which right here. So, I mean, everyone has a cell, well, not everyone, but technology is at the forefront in this generation. So, you know, it'll be great growing, like they put fast growing industry. I saved that. There's a liquor store. I don't really deal with liquor stores that much. Why? Because here, you see this? They have a 15-year lease. A lot of buyers are not into doing the in. Again, look that up. I put that information in videos and on the Mentee site before. Here's a restaurant for sale on Brickell. Now, Brickell Avenue is extremely hot area, extremely hot. Okay, that's not, I mean, look at the cash flow. It's $330,895. Now we need to know if that's the, they say cash flow, is this monthly, is this yearly, is this quarterly? We need to know if that's after all of their rent is paid, the guesstimate rent, because rent can go up after someone purchases a business. It could be under new management. They could be in a plaza. We don't know. A lot of places in Brickell Avenue are on a sort of a strip mall, which means the plaza could be owned by a management company. However, the businesses itself are owned, or they have a sublease or subcontract with the actual property company. So here, Doral, Florida is not a bad area. I've already saved that one. Here's another cafe. Save it. Look at the price. Miami Beach. We have Miami, then we have Miami Beach. This right here, and look, this is on Collins Avenue. This is why you should be familiar with the area that you're living in. Tanny knows, Laura knows certain areas are hot markets, especially down in Miami. You know, you may have a buyer say, hey, I'm looking for a place down in Miami, a spot. You know, you can talk this individual down. Let's go into this one for 129,000. You can probably make $10,000 off of this if you run your comps. And look, it's a food cafe and juice. I would actually get this. I can't put anything else on my plate. I would get this for myself. Very nice, very cozy, have certain hours, close every day at 3 p.m., 2 p.m., pretty much a breakfast, brunch spot, you know, have little small finger food. And again, you need to look at the lease terms, 2023, that's 3-4 years. I would actually set up an appointment. And how you would go to build relationships with individuals like this, you can call him or you can contact him. If you're phone shy, if you still have analysis paralysis, I need to know why. Why are you afraid to call someone to try to get the contract or get information on the property when you know your goal is to make money? You cannot complain about your plate being full if your goal is to eat. And you can definitely not complain about I'm not closing deals if you're afraid to speak to someone. So we're going to build a relationship with Dave Wallace or Wallace. You'll look at all his listings and see if he's international or national Fort Lauderdale, Doral. Look at this. Every single listing he has for these businesses, with the exception of this one for 650,000 here. Look at this. We want to know what's going on. The number one, I can take this from two different directions. Number one, if I know that something's being sold, I will save it. And if they're closing and they're on a hot area or a high traffic area, it has a lot to do with their marketing and their promotions. Maybe a lot of these individuals are older, they have money, they are not really into social media. I would come in and say, okay, we can do the marketing and promotions for you. And this is not on the real estate side. This is on my consulting business side, my marketing company. EBT International Marketing Group in consulting. I pretty much will come in on the side and say, okay, what were you doing or not doing to make your business in a hot area obviously fail? What did you do a competitive report, which means when I'm dealing with businesses that are for marketing consulting, I'm pretty much asking them, before you opened up your business, did you run your market report, which means did you look into the other businesses that are around you or that will be around you? What you can't, if you have 5 coffee shops on one strip, what are you offering different? You may have a Starbucks and a Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts, they specialize in coffee as well as Starbucks specialize in coffee, but they offer donuts. They offer all types of donuts. Starbucks coffee, they have their protein bowls, their protein salads, they have their gourmet croissants, they have gourmet cakes and slices of cakes. They're offering something totally different. Dunkin' Donuts coffee is not as strong as Starbucks. You know, Dunkin' Donuts is well known, Starbucks is well known, but they cater to two different audiences. Dunkin' Donuts is a little bit more affordable than Starbucks. So you have to take that into consideration. If you're opening up something, if you have a bunch of restaurants on a strip mall, one has Thai food, one has Mexican food, one has Chinese food, um, one has American food, but there's no vegan food. Hey, I'm gonna open up my vegan shop. Why? Because I have something different that they have to offer. So all of these are his listings, which means he's probably shopping this area. I'm going to be in big trouble for sitting here saving all of this stuff that I know. Look at this, 69. Ladies, I can't buy everything, but let me explain something to you. Buy it and flip it. When you flip it, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're buying it to fix it up and resell it. For me, if I'm fixing and flipping, or I'm buying and holding, or I'm buying and flipping and I'm not fixing, which means I'll purchase this for $50,000 and sell it for $75,000. You see what I just did with that? And that's it. I don't have to deal with anything else. Okay. So I am getting myself in trouble today. Boca. Look at this, Boca. Boca is a hot area too. I'm going to show you something about Boca. Like I told you on the right hand side, you look at the income. 18% of the population there makes over $75,000. So to them, a $10 meal or a $5 pastry or whatever it is this restaurant sells is nothing. And this is in West Boca. You see this? Ladies, let's go back over to Facebook and we're going to go show you some other features of BizQuest. Hi, Laura. Hi, Carol. So again, let's go into franchises for sale. Franchises, so let's see what we have. That's not bad for the liquid capital there. Jimmy John's. You should all know Jimmy John's. Okay. The UPS store. Supercuts. There's 13 pages. We're not going to go through all of them. But you can request for information, you know, and see whatever your budget is with your investor. You know, let's see what we can find for less than 10,000, and then we'll get information on that. And that's for this, again, I'm in the state of Florida. So again, buy business, search the location, the industry, the asking price. And again, we can go to any state, and here are the industries. So I'll give you a few minutes if you have any questions on what I just pretty much discussed. And down here you have your featured businesses. And these are businesses, oh wow, look at this one. See, that's my problem. Save this. And here they have all the information. Their gross revenue is $186,428. Their cash flow is $114. So when you have your cash buyers, and even if you're licensed realtors like Laura and Siobhan, you could do co-op. You know, you may have a buyer go in and get you a little portion of the commission. But if the gross revenue is more than the asking price, the cash flow is a little under the asking price. And you need to know a little bit about accounting to understand why the inventory is important. This is what their inventory is worth right now. Maybe they have cupcake holders, frosting, flour, sugar. We really don't know. But you really need to know all of these important aspects of commercial properties. You want to wholesale commercial properties. However, if you don't know the basics, then you can't wholesale a commercial property, because when you're talking to that seller or that broker or the buyer, they may start saying some words that you don't understand. You know, right here, you need to know what this is. This basically is the earnings before the interest and taxes and depreciation and amortization. Basically, and that's just pretty much what they earn before all of the aforementioned, the interest, the taxes, and so forth. Inventory, again, I just explained that. And here, you see this? This is included in the asking price. Again, in most of the videos, I have discussed, especially on Crexy.com, what these stand for. This just stands for furniture, fixtures, and equipment. Okay, this is all included, which means this property or this restaurant is coming with all of the furniture, the fixtures, and equipment. Okay, so you really need to know everything about the commercial listing before you try to shop it to your buyer if they don't have an official offering memorandum. Okay. The seller will train new buyer for 14 days at no cost. Okay. The most important thing about buying a business or for your cash buyers, will the employees come with the business if it's already open and operating? So it's important to get all the information. So I'm going to go back over to Facebook and see if you have any questions. If not, that's going to conclude this session for today. Okay. All right. So this is BizQuest.com. This is where you can find commercial leads, franchises, if that's what you want to do eventually with your earned income from real estate investing. You have access to all the brokers. Let's see, Carol is in Missouri. So here again, you have brokers everywhere. Network with them. There's so many ways to build your pipeline. And sometimes you actually may find a broker that's also an investor, a real estate investor. It's not far-fetched. Trust me, I have a lot of my pipeline, but of course you need to do your intent. So with all that said, let me go back over to Facebook one more time. Go here. This, you can always go home by going to the BizQuest logo here. And I don't think I took you to the bottom. And say if you want to list a property, you can sell it on here or list it on here. And down here, you can browse the businesses by state down here as well. And here are the top cities. And here's the popular businesses for sale down here. Okay. And when they say popular, these are supposedly, I'll say supposedly well-known stores, like here's 7-Eleven, bed and breakfast. Let's go in that category. That falls under real estate. Let's go back. So you can find pretty much everything you want to down here. Okay. Okay, so with all that said, let's go back over. Hello, Tiffany. Let's go to New Jersey really quick. But let's go back to, you know, we want businesses for sale in New Jersey. And here you have it. Here's all the businesses. And of course you can, since you're just joining Tiffany, you can go by the industry, the asking price. I don't know if any of you are in the restaurant business like I am. But here, these are some really, here's one right here. Busy absentee owner. I don't know how far this is from you, Tiffany, but this is a good lead right here. A busy absentee-owned convenience store in Mercer County. I'm not too sure if that's close to you. Again, here's the asking price. They just want to get rid of it. If you have a commercial buyer, of course, you want to find out immediately when do they want to sell, when do they need to close. I know Sanjay. Okay, I know him. Interesting. Let me check something really quick. I actually know Sanjay. It's extremely interesting. I know him. Okay, however, again, you just could go ahead and there's not much information out here. So you want to contact the seller. And since you don't have, since you really don't have much information on here, I mean, you have enough, but you don't have the cash flow. And look at this, Vested Business Brokers, LTD. They have 22,359 listings. Tiffany, this is someone, a person or a company that you definitely want to have in your pipeline. You definitely want to have them in your pipeline when they have that many listings. Okay. So let me go back over here. Oh, here. Hey, if I see your comment, I'm going to check it. It's about 45 minutes away. Okay. Teddy says, I want to open a Lime, or a Waffle House restaurant someday. Okay, let's see if we have any Waffle Houses here before we log off. Let's go to the bottom and see if Waffle House is listed at the bottom. First, you go home to BizQuest, and then you're gonna scroll down. And let's see if Waffle House is down here. Let's see. My ABCs, it's not over here. Let's see. We can see if we can put Waffle House. Here it is. Waffle House restaurants. And you know, Waffle House is the only one I know here. Penny is the one in Fort Lauderdale off of Powerline. It's a very tiny one by a hotel. But here you have it right here. There's Waffle House here. So you're pretty much, it says BizQuest has a Waffle House franchises. So there you have it. Do your research. See if you can find some investors. Put your plan together. And go from there. So BizQuest, I actually like it better than I like Crexy.com. And I use it for a lot of quick sales when I want to close multiple deals, making 10,000 to 20,000, because as you saw, there is constantly business being sold for a very inexpensive price. So let's get back over here. See. Okay. They just opened one in Homestead. Well, set the perimeters if you're willing to open one outside of Homestead or outside the I don't know what Waffle. Now, a lot of restaurants do have rules or how far away another franchise or the same like restaurant can be, whether it's 2 miles away. Because in my city, we have so many public supermarkets. Like I swear they're like on every other corner. Like I can go to a public supermarket around the corner from me, and I can drive less than 10 minutes and there's another one on the corner. I can drive another 10 minutes. So we have at least 5 to 6 in this area. So just look it up, you know, how far does what are Waffle House's corporate rules? You know, franchises, how far apart, because they do have rules. That way it slows down the competition. It doesn't affect the revenue of their sister stores. Okay, so with all that said, this will conclude this session. It is approximately 5:54 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You still can comment on this video for those who are going to look at it later, and I hope you all have a great evening.